Hello, Gemini. It's Monday, the July, the 6th of, Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. So anyway, thank you for watching my and supporting my YouTube channel. And I want to say thank you for those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't done that yet, I invite you to do that now or at the end of the video. So these reads are suitable for those of you who are watching Gemini in your Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus sign. I don't know why I say and or Venus sign. And also, if you're watching this on Facebook, if you've come across these videos on Facebook, thank you also for those for subscribing, liking and or following me on my Facebook channel, okay, page. So as well, and yeah, and once again, if you haven't liked or followed me, or subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that now. Anyway, so. So these, once again, as always, I will just remind everybody that there's a general read, so they may not resonate with you, which is why I mentioned before, this is for Gemini and Sun, Moon, Rising, so if you don't know what your other signs are, might pay to check them out and to give you a little bit more comprehensive reading or an overview about what could be happening for you. So the other thing is... so I am open and to do taking bookings for readings and or healing. So that's either in person or online. So I'm just like shuffling away there, and I don't know why, because I've been starting off with the other cards. So I'm using my angel cards today, and also the tarot deck. So let me see. There seems to be a theme. I'm going to put those aside because I'm just going to work with angel cards first. So there seems to be a theme with everybody this week or today. That's with the reads that I do, and because you guys are, and gals are on Mondays coming through. So okay, so use crystals to keep your energy in a place of love with whatever you are manifesting. So there are lots of crystals out there that are helpful for manifesting and bringing in abundance and a prosperity, with depending on what on what you're really wanting to achieve. There are different ones that have different energies that works specifically or more so for abundance in one way or one form or another. So but on saying that, they're pretty helpful and helpful for if you have a crystal that is abundant, brings in abundance. It's they'll be pretty helpful. So but by gathering up a few of them, you may be wise to gather up, because they all have different energies that back them up, or different what do you call it, benefits and energies, basically. I was thinking of another word, but anyway, so this is lapis lazuli. So, and this is my abundance, my prosperity for my business, one that I have, and this is lapis lazuli. I don't know where this one came from. It would come from another little trade that I have with lots of crystals, and it bounced out when I had them all sitting outside in this full moon the other night. And last night I pulled them in because it was pouring down with rain, and they just sat inside, but where the moonlight can get them. Not that there was much moonlight last night, but the energy, it was the intent of the energy anyway that got there. So, and this one here was not quite as bright as that, but it's was super illuminative or illuminating the other yesterday when I got yesterday morning when I had a look at them. I thought, whoa. So, and then this is rose quartz. So this is one that I actually wasn't supposed to be on there, but it's found its way there again, so I'm just going to leave it there. This is pyrite, but there are 7 here, and this one here is another one. So once again, I don't know how it got onto this tray, but I might have just bundled them all up. But I'm going to put there. So this is a clear quartz with a whole lot with the chakra colors on it, okay? And this is carnelian, okay? Carnelian, pyrite. This is citrine, a piece of citrine. Tiger's eye, and this one here is amazonite, that one there. So these are there's 2, 4, 6. There should be another one. I think it might be this one here. That's on there. There's 7 of them that I had on there before, And that's my prosperity one that I've had. And what I did was I looked it up on Googled it and checked out this one, and I really like this website, which I can't remember which one it is right now. Anyway, she has some really cool ideas about which crystals would be helpful for prosperity, abundance, and that sort of thing. And like I say, some of them, a lot of them do have a lot of properties for bringing in abundance and that sort of thing, but some are more specific than others. Okay, so it'd be helpful to just check out all of those. So anyway, now we have just things. So they're using the crystals to keep your energy in a place of love with whatever. Because so some of you may be going through a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy time with this, and maybe more so last week as this full moon came in. So, and you may be feeling it a little bit more now. So the crystals will actually help to balance your energy. So not just like you, Gemini, but because we're talking about you, it's all about you right now. So so there may be a lot of this going on. So healing the past, okay, in the now for the future, to break free of some cycles that you've had, lingering around you throughout the years. And so Spirit may be bringing through, I'm hearing Spirit might be bringing up some stuff that you may have felt that you, or may feel that you've that's come back up and say, oh God, I thought I'd sorted that shit out, but it's actually all that stuff out. And not necessarily is it all shit, but if I'm saying that, but a lot of the time it's like, that's what you'll be saying. But I mean, okay, you may, oh God, I thought I had, sorted that stuff out. But there may be not a lot of it, but just an inkling there, just a smidgen there that's just maybe coming for you to completely, let go of it, or let go of the dregs of it. Because sometimes the dregs could be, bringing up others, bringing up or working through something else that is coming in for you to process as well, because there's a remnant of it, or a bit of a remnant of energy in within that one that will remind you about, and as what is how you processed this one to go into whatever it is that's coming up for you soon, or you may be just moving into now. So just so don't throw it out, just shift it now and work with it. The other thing I got, the next card that's come out is vision board. Now I often do look at things like vision boards and to look at my vision board and recreating it or adjusting it, so this is just a quick brief one of mine. So I'm in the midst, and the last couple of weeks more so, in the last month I've been looking at it, and actually during COVID I've been looking at it and just recreating, or not so much, sorry, not recreating, but creating another one, and reviewing actually what I've achieved on there and what I want to leave on there, and do I actually do me a new one, start again and create a new one, and even though some of the things in there I haven't quite got yet, and that's okay. Spirit is saying that's okay, because you've still got, it's still there, and it's not like I'm not going to throw that away, because it's a really good, for me, I see it as a good memento to look back on, on where I've come from to where, to where I've been to where I am now. Okay, so there's that energy in there. So maybe that, reviewing, if you've already got one, reviewing it and looking at what it is there, you may want to tick some of them, or you may want to, because you've achieved them, and you may want to, but it may be something that you're wanting to still, continue doing. So it's kind of like putting in that energy in, or some of it you may be just wanting to adjust, or add new things into it. So, and that's cool. So, and some of you, like I say, maybe it may be a brand new thing for you. So, to create this vision board. So, one of the things that I was taught, that started me on it with a very amazing friend, and just through other readings, people reading how vision boards can be created into things to look at. And one of the things I do is looking at what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What do I want to have? Or what do I want to give in my life? Okay. And so that kind of just helps bring everything, gives you a little bit of a base and bring it in together to hone in on what it is, because sometimes we can be right out there and we can, and we can think, well, what is my passion? And and some of us are like quite passionate about a lot of things, and then then we hear the word, what is my purpose? And then but there's we have a lot of purposes in life, but there will be like Spirit of Drawn to me, there will be a theme and for a purpose in your life. So they asked me, when I was doing it, it's not just necessarily look at what is my purpose, because it can be, it's quite a wide, and it can be overwhelming for some people. So to break that down, it's like, it's like looking, it's not like, it is looking at what do you want to do, be, have, and or give in your life, okay? And that kind of helps like bring it back to, the purpose thing, or the passion thing, whatever it is, whichever way you look at it for you. It's you use whatever word that describes it for you to help you get across that, get across that barrier, that obstacle, or that change, that perspective, and that. So I'm just looking at these and turning these around because I've dropped them all, and I'm Spirit of just like looking through. Okay, this is the thing about looking through stuff. Okay, looking at yourself, looking through things in your lifetime. Okay, so that's where they're going with that. It's not so much about me dropping the cards and turning them around, straightening them up. Okay, so but there is that sort of thing. Okay, there's a metaphorical way of like looking at it. Like it's like straightening things up, bringing yourself back together, pulling out what doesn't work, what does work, and that sort of thing. So a vision board will help you like come into, bring things together, and just like help you to set yourself on, work it out and get yourself centered and focused, so you can get on your way and start doing something, okay, where you want to be, do, or have. And then it's like not overthinking it. It's just like doing something, getting on your path, doing it, because nothing is going to be like perfect straight away. Not everything is going to be perfect straight away, and there's going to be like things that that are going to trip you up and along the way, as in life. Not everything pans out exactly how you want it, and not everything is forever, because there's change. There's change. Change is good, and we outgrow things, and so we got to keep moving. So, interestingly enough, before I straighten the cards up, this new love is coming into your space. So there may be some of you that that there is literally a new love coming into your space. And it may be something for some of you that you may be putting off, or you maybe have held somebody off, help, or at bay, at a distance, and some of you may have actually pushed someone away. So it may be that they may be coming back into your life, and you may be letting them go in a little bit further, which is maybe what you're like working on at the moment, and with some of that stuff that you thought you'd dealt with, and it's maybe you haven't. So why you're pushing somebody away, or why you're not letting somebody into your space as close as they would want to, or you would want to, because you maybe some garbage there, or something you need to process there. When I say garbage, I don't know who put that in there, but I don't normally say that. So there may be some garbage there that you need to like trash, basically, for good. So you can create some more movement into your life, okay? And interesting, because the next card that came out is new love. So there is definitely some form of new love. Now, new love could be like, even if you're married or you're in a relationship, you have a spouse, a partner, de facto, partner, or whatever. It's like it's not always about new love as in outside of your marriage or relationship. It could be like new love in the sense that there's the newfound love, or within the relationship or the marriage that you are in already. So but also I'm hearing there's the news, and you may be looking at things differently, and as well. It may be telling you to look at things differently and look for the new love. And it's like looking at your part and why the relationship is the way it is as well. And it's maybe there may be a new sense of love within your marriage or your relationship. Okay. The other side of that is too, what I'm hearing is there's a new love in the sense that You may be in self-care, your personal self-care, and loving yourself. So there may be a new way that you're looking at yourself, and a new way of, working with yourself, as in taking care of yourself. So, and what they mean by loving yourself. Okay, so. And treating yourself, talking to yourself better, because there's some processing that you've actually let go of, and you're letting go of, and or letting go of. Okay, cool. That's just beautiful. So awesome. I feel like there's one more card to come out of this lot. Is it this card, Spirit, Deck, Spirit, or was it Archangel? Okay, there it is. As soon as I say that, they'll spit it out. So set some boundaries. Okie dokie. So there may be something there within that love side of things, is setting some boundaries. So this is my Archangel Raphael deck. So he comes in purple and or pink. I mean purple and or pink. Green and pink normally associated with her colours with him, but he's put, I've written them all in pink, this one. So set some boundaries, and I don't think I need to go any further with that, because I'm pretty sure that most of you know what they are, what they mean by that. So then we're just with the tarot deck, when I started shuffling at the beginning, is new beginnings. Okay, this is something, this is the Page of Cups, and there's a new emotional beginning. So I feel like, with this new love energy here, there's something about that has got to do with that. So the page is, coming in with that. So, and when I'm looking at this card, he's looking into, he's got the cup, and the cup is full. And I'm just seeing like the reflection in the water. Okay, so there's something there is reflecting back to you. Okay, and I do feel like, because blue and water for me is about emotional healing, or spiritual healing as well. So there's something that's that you're working on, that you could be working on for some of you, in that emotional sense, is you're working with yourself spiritually, some spiritual healing going on there. To bring in either that, but it's definitely emotional healing and feeling, emotions, a shift in that, and feelings, because cups is about emotions and feelings. Okay, so it's also about in relationships. So whether it be our relationship with, your relationship, or our relationship with somebody else, or with ourselves, which is where they're going with that. Okay, so the last two cards that have come out, I'm just going to pop these up there actually. Oh, I keep not shifting those ones, so that's interesting that those ones went in the deck. And new love. Cool. And this one here is the Hermit. Patience and maturity. The Hermit, prudence, and is about, patience, maturity, and prudence. So is the theme around the Hermit. So it's being, patient, being patient and mature with yourself. It's kind of like pretty self-explanatory there. I can't get anything else out of that. But also being prudent with yourself, and with in whatever it is you're working through, that you're processing. So, and with the Hermit, they tend to like, hermits tend to like, will go inward, but take themselves away. So there may have been a period of that where you've like put yourself away, and not, and you may need to, like, if there's time there, to take some time to contemplate, and there's nothing like, with your partner as well. So it may be that you may take a weekend away and just spend some time together, and get to reacquaint each other, as that. So there may have been some space between you, in a sense. So with these emotional beginnings as well. Okay, so there's something definitely that's shifting in there with this love and new love. So moving away from strife is the Six of Swords that's come through here. So something is happening where there is some sort of movement away from strife in some way or form. But I do feel like and that's because, one, you're working on yourself, and you're getting more vision of where you're wanting to go in your life, what you're wanting to do in your life, what are you wanting to have in your life, what are you able to give in your life, and that sort of thing. So it's like, and which helps us to find our purpose, find out what we're wanting to do, in our life. So that's what it boils down to, or our passion, because sometimes we get caught up in what we think is mundane, but everyday stuff, and it can become mundane, and we just get run on a track that is just there and keep doing the same old thing. And so we're not really moving outside of our space, or you're not moving outside of space. So there's something there, being creative and bringing that in that side there that's coming through there for you, okay? So, oops, the last card out is, okay, the Queen of Swords, suffering with dignity and resignation. So there's a lot of, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. So that's, she's thinking, she's taking action, and she's thinking about her words. She's communicating her ideas. And, we're an air sign, you're an air sign. So it's being more assertive and making decisions about things. So there may be something like, this is what's happening in here, and something is moving. So within, this love and loving yourself, it's like you're taking action with it. So, and if you aren't, you need to be taking action so you can lift your energy and put yourself out there in the most loving, loving way that you can, with love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure. Because I feel like some of you have locked yourself away, which is, and it's not, you're maybe not feeling very good about that. So, or you've come, you're just coming out. So, and you've worked through it. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've had a really good think about it. And I feel like you've started to take action and communicating your thoughts and ideas about how you want things to, be, and all that sort of stuff. And asserting your power, basically taking action with stuff is where the key words there. But it's also about taking action and power within yourself for yourself, because at the end of the day, we can't rely on anybody else to do it for us. It's up to us to make ourselves, happy, be in joy, be in peace, and be in harmony. We've got to create that ourselves. We can't expect somebody else to do it for us. But there's a team effort, on saying that, okay, with that happening. So it's like, so there are some things that I feel like, some perspectives that you may have been switching in your mind about how things should be to how things could be, what you have done, what you haven't done. So there's all that sort of to make it, and taking responsibility for your part and not somebody else's part as well. Does that make, and how this has all come about, and then creating the shift as well. Awesome. So that's beautiful. So, and I'm just, these cards were left on here from the last, because I'm really interested, that's really interesting, because it's like vision board. I'm just talking about that. And the other thing is using crystals to keep in your energy, talking about that. And healing the past and the now for the future. So I think that's really interesting that all come up again. Wow. Okay, I'm just hearing this repetitive thing, because it's actually, I'm just thinking, actually that did come out in the beginning, but it's just really interesting that it's like there may have been a time lapse in your energy at the moment, and it's like a deja vu thing, and it's like you've done it again. So it's very interesting that I just like, hey, hang on a minute, I don't think I did, so there's like, I've just had this, like, not a memory lapse, but, well, that kind of be as well. So there may be something like that going on with you. But also, like, you've been, like, you're ahead of your time. That's what it is. And things are like, and you're, like, feeling like, and you may have been repeating yourself, because it's like, you've just, repeating yourself for some of you, but also, it's like you've moved that quickly into doing something or taken action with something that actually you didn't realize it's happened that quickly that you've actually didn't realize that you've done it in a way. And it's like, oh, actually I've done that. So I feel like some of you have maybe, and myself included, is like things are moving quite fast. So if there's some time, there's a lapse in time, okay? Funny. Anyway, I'm going to leave that. So I'm picking that you're going to understand exactly what's just happened there for you as well. So I feel like these are not just for this week, but for the month of July, that you'll be most likely working on these. And that's, so I'm still going to do the weekly ones, and I'm going to put out the August monthly one for each sign on the third week. just making sure that's in advance for the upcoming month. So it was going to be the last week, but I thought I'm going to bring it forward to the 3rd week. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave that with you. Lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye for now.